The topic for this session is Utopia. Utopia is the subject that I'm going to dwell on in this session. Actually, there is nothing called utopia. In other words, utopia is a misnomer, because utopia is what the person who doesn't know about the human heart uses to refer to the human heart. Because when super civilization or the super civilization of the human heart is in place, the person operating from the human mind point of view refers to it as utopia. Like Mahatma Gandhi, most of the things Mahatma Gandhi did. Western journalists from Europe call them utopia. In other words, something that cannot be practiced. But Mahatma Gandhi practiced all this throughout his life. Some of the things Mandela did by coming out of prison and forgiving everybody that tortured him, including the people that put him in prison. He forgave them, visited them, wished them well. People say this is utopia. This is not utopia. This is the African way. This is the human heart way. This is super civilization way. So utopia is actually what the ignorant person says about the human heart. One who doesn't know about the human heart, who can't operate it, who can't operate in it, who can't function in the human heart, refers to what happens in the human heart as utopia. So utopia is the practice in Europe. You see, Europeans say this is utopia. This is a miracle, because they don't know where miracles occur from, how miracles occur, why miracles occur. They don't know. So they refer to it as either miracles or as utopia, because they feel that they cannot practice it, they cannot, actualize it. That is the human heart. That is the state inside Eden. That is the state within the super universe above, commonly referred to as the other world or the great beyond. So utopia is deceptive. People are fond of condemning what they don't know. They prefer to go to the pastors and say, my pastor, this is what is happening. But this thing you are talking about is within you. The super universe above lies within you. The kingdom of heaven lies within you, and it's not something that is strange. The state within Eden, inside of Eden, lies within you, lies within the individual. So the individual must sit back and examine himself, because Socrates said that the unexamined life is not worth living. And I agree. The unexamined life is the life of belief, the life of habit, the life of faith. Faith is a hypnotized state. Habit is a hypnotic state, a state in which you don't know what you're doing. Because if you worship what you don't know, it means you don't know what you're doing. Because there is nothing mysterious in this universe. If you see things as mysterious, it simply means that you are in the human mind state, the state of memory and imagination, the two arms of the cross, which are in conflict, which mean religion and science. But once you step into the state of the human heart, or the human heart state, you find that you know everything. The state of the human heart is that state which you step into when you leave your physical body, lying there on the couch, lying there in bed, and you step out. What you really are, what the real thing that I am, the real thing that you are, steps out and observe the physical body lying helpless there. Because the physical body is actually a garment, it's actually a costume, something that is just a vehicle. That the physical body, when it steps into it, the physical body wakes up when the divine being, when the super being, when the super person or the super personality inside the body gets up, gets back into the body, and the body stands up. But if it steps out of the body is there, it can't get up. It may wake it from now till the next 1 hour, it will not get up, because the physical body, the divine being within it that uses it as a costume is not back. So if you get into these things, which are not mysterious, which are not mysteries, but people will tell you that to get into Eden and to get into the super universe above is mysterious, because they don't know it, rather than tell you that, see, I don't know this thing, I don't know it. They call it mysterious, they call it Utopia. So that's what I'm talking about. Africans should be more concerned, more focused, more serious-minded, because when the theologians on the left and the philosophers on the right talk about these things and they call them mysteries, they dismiss them as mysteries. Because you go to the university, the professors say this one is not possible, nobody can be this, nobody can be that, and the theologians say so too, that this is not possible, this is a mystery, this is that. It means that you are not qualified to teach anybody, because the baby is in a state, the perfect state. You just need to go into the natural state, and from there you go to the divine state, because you can't approach the divine state if you are not in the natural state. You must get into the natural state, the state of nature, where you are in the state that everything is honest, everything is true, everything is worthy. Then you can move from there to the divine and step back from the divine to the to nature. So memory and imagination, or religion and philosophy are not natural states. They are states of superficiality and states of artificiality, where culture and custom reign, where word and number reign, where you have the god of word and the authority or the expert in number reign. So these things are not true. You just need to be more natural and study these things, because you can study the human heart state, you can realize the human heart state, you can master the human heart state, and you can practice or manage the human heart state. The same way you can study clarity, lucidity, the way you can study Eden. The Eden state can be studied, the Eden realization can be understood, the Eden mastery and Eden management. These things are so easy, and just that unfortunately they are not part and parcel of the curricula that we have today in any profession, because we are dealing with the human mind generally. Human mind, which comes from Europe, has displaced the human heart, which is African, which is Asian. It comes from Asia. Human heart is about Asia and Africa, and the human heart is about Europe and other continents. I mean, they have used colonialism to force Africans to abandon the human heart, which is the heart of the way of super civilization, which is the way of the super universe above, which is the way that leads you to the state inside Eden. They just keep you outside Eden. Man and woman is outside Eden and floating and carrying on, confused, in pain, in all sorts of trouble, in doubt, noise making, and all those things. So they just get you confused. Like Africans are confused now, completely confused. Nobody knows how to go or where to go, because even the religion now in Africa is about foreign culture. Even science, foreign culture, all these things are foreign culture. And Africans are lost. Africans are last, because you follow another culture, you'll be last to those who own the culture. As they are move around, as they move in the culture, you will follow them. You will always be inferior, because you have abandoned your own way, you have abandoned your own culture, and so you have become useless in a world where your culture, your root must dominate. Thank you very much for listening.